Hello my dear students, in this lecture we are going to see design of square and flat key. Now in case of square key, here you can see the height of key and width of key are same, and in case of flat key there will be a dimensions are different. There is h and b. Here b is more than h, right? And the key is having some length. Let us say it may be a square or flat key, right? And it is having some length l, like this. It will be having some length. These are the dimensions: base b or width b, height h, and length l. Therefore we can say the square key is a special type of flat key only, where h will become equal to b, right? Means for square key we can say square key means h is equal to b, and for flat key h is not equal to b, right? Therefore we will design this flat key. If we design this flat key, and for special, if I put h is equal to b for square key, automatically there will be a design, right? Now let us consider this key is fitted between shaft and hub. Now let us consider, here I will see this is a shaft. This circular section is a shaft which is rotating. Let us say this shaft is rotating in clockwise direction. This is my assumption. As it is rotating, there will be a torque acting on the shaft. T is torque acting on the shaft, right? It is a shaft. Now between shaft and hub, let us say there is a hub also. Outside portion is hub. We can see this is a hub fitted on the shaft with the help of key, right? Here it is a hub. Now between shaft and hub there is a connection with the help of key. Here we will fit the key. Let us say key is like this. Key is fitted like this, right? Now this key will be having width b and height h. Now here half the portion of key will lie in shaft and half will lie in hub. Here you will find this is a key for length l. For length l, it is lying inside the shaft as well as hub. My dear students, for length l, it is lying between the shaft and hub, right? Now half the portion of key is lying inside shaft and half is lying outside shaft. Now as, or half is inside the hub. Now as shaft is rotating in clockwise direction, therefore while rotating the shaft will apply force on this key, right? Like this we can see. Let us say here I will consider a point, here I will consider b point, right? These are the points we have considered. Now on this portion, on this, let us say I will first of all I will consider the points. Let us say here, let us say it is a c point, and here it is a d point, right? Now as the shaft is rotating in clockwise direction, while rotating the shaft will apply force on the key, right, on this AC portion. Therefore let us say this is a force P applied by shaft on the key on AC. Towards, the force will go towards right, definitely because of rotation, right? Now as shaft is applying force on the key, then hub will offer resistance for this rotation. Now as hub will offer resistance for this rotation, therefore hub will offer the equivalent opposite force on this key in this hub portion, that is on BD. In this BD the hub will offer equivalent opposite force on this key like this P, right? Now therefore if I consider this key, let us say if I consider this key of width b and height h, now on this key and length l and having some length l, right? On this key, here force P is applied by the shaft, and on upper portion force P is applied by the hub, right? Therefore this portion AC AB, along AB, we can say along AB there are chances of, along AB there are chances of getting shear out. this key may get shear out, right? For length L, this area you will find this area may get shear out for length L, right, along AB. Therefore, there are two criteria for the design. First is shear failure of key and other is crushing failure of key, because the key is lying inside shaft and hub. Here you can see, let us say this is a shaft, on this there is a hub, on this there is a hub, and key is lying between the hub and shaft. Let us say outside is hub and key is lying over here at this location, like this. And whenever one component is lying between the other two components or any other component, then there will be a definitely crushing or bearing. It is called crushing or compression, all are similar words, or bearing pressure, or also called bearing pressure, right? Means for the design of flat key we have two criteria. First is shear failure of key and second is crushing failure of key inside shaft or inside hub. Now you can see here, let us consider shaft is rotating in clockwise direction. This shaft will apply force P on the key, therefore hub will offer equivalent opposite reaction on the key. Because of these equivalent opposite parallel forces, there is a chance of failure along AB, like this. There is a chance of failure along AB for width B. This is the width of key, and here it is a height H, and for length L, it is the length of key along the length. Therefore, the failure of key will be for B into L. This will be the shear area. We can say this will be the shear area of key, right? Therefore, this force P is acting as a shear force. Now, therefore, shear stress will be equal to force divided by shear area, which is nothing but B into L. This will be the shear stress in the key. Shear force divided by shear area B into L. Here shear area will be B into L. This is very important, my dear students. Length is L, right? Now, crushing failure. Let us consider this key. Let us consider this key, right? Now, on this key, force P is acting in shaft and equivalent opposite force P is acting on the hub. Now, the lower portion, let us say for height h by 2, let us say for height h by 2, it is lying inside shaft, and for height h by 2 it is lying inside hub, right? Now, this shaft portion of key inside shaft may get crushed out. Therefore, this portion you can see for length L, this portion will get crushed out, equal and opposite compressive forces. Therefore, there will be a crushing stress also called bearing pressure. This is also called bearing pressure, which is nothing but crushing force P divided by area. My dear students, area is along length. You can see here for length L, the lower portion may get crushed out. This lower portion for height h by 2, right? For height h by 2 and length L, the lower portion may get crushed out. Therefore, area is h by 2 into L. Therefore, crushing stress is equal to 2P divided by HL. This is the crushing stress, right? So, first of all, we will find applied load P, force on the key P. Now, see here, the shaft is rotating in clockwise direction, right? Means it is rotating because of this force P. Therefore, let us consider diameter of shaft, radius of shaft is R. Let us consider radius of shaft is R. Therefore, diameter will be 2R. Diameter is, let us say D. Diameter is D. Now, can I say this torque is nothing but force into radius? Torque is always, this torque is equal to force into radius, which is nothing but P into D by 2, diameter by 2. Therefore, put this force P is equal to 2T divided by D. We can simply say P is equal to 2T divided by D. Now, put this P is equal to 2T divided by D in shear stress equation and crushing equation. Therefore, we will find equations as, let us put them. Therefore, we will find shear stress is equal to P divided by BL, which is nothing but 2T divided by DBL, right? This is a shear stress in a key in terms of shear stress and torque. Capital T is for torque and this is a shear stress, tau is a you can see tau is a shear stress, capital T is a torque, D is a diameter of shaft, D is a diameter of shaft, B is the width of key, L is the length of key. Now crushing stress is nothing but 2P divided by HL, which is nothing but instead of P put 2T divided by D. Therefore it will become 2 into 2T divided by DHL. Therefore crushing stress is equal to 4T divided by DHL. This is the crushing stress acting in the key. Now let us consider it is a square key. Now this is for flat key. This design is for flat key. Whatever may be the dimensions. These are the shear stresses and crushing stresses inside the key. Now let us consider square key. In case of square key, we have seen this is a square key. H will become equal to B. H is equal to B. Therefore, the shear stress will become 2T divided by dBl and crushing stress will become 4T divided by dHl, which is nothing but 4T divided by dBl, right? Because H is equal to B. Therefore, can I say crushing stress is equal to 2 into 2T divided by dBl, and 2T divided by dBl is nothing but shear stress. Therefore, crushing stress is equal to 2 times shear stress for square key. This is very important for square key. And for flat key, we can use shear stress formula, we can use crushing stress formula, right? And many times they are asking questions on this. For square key, what is the relation between crushing stress and shear stress? That is, crushing stress is 2 times shear stress. And for shear area is considered as B into L, and crushing area is H by 2 into L. This is the crushing area, and here it is a shear area. This is very important. Now shear stress in the key is nothing but 2T divided by BDL, and crushing stress is equal to 4T divided by DHL, that we have derived, right? These formulas we have derived, where tau is shear stress in the key, T is torque on the shaft, B is the width of key, D is the diameter of shaft, L is the length of key, and H is the height of key, right? Now while designing from theories of failure topic, if I want to design for shear stress, then this maximum shear stress must be equal to SSY divided by factor of safety. As per tau max theory, maximum shear stress theory or gauge theory or Tresca's theory, this maximum shear stress is equal to SSY divided by factor of safety, and SSY is half of SYT. Therefore, it is SYT divided by 2 factor of safety. This is a design to find suitable factor of safety. And again, if I want to design for crushing stress, this crushing stress must be equal to SYC divided by factor of safety. That is crushing yield strength. SYC is crushing yield strength or compressive yield strength. We can say compressive yield strength divided by factor of safety. This is how we have to design them using theories of failure topic. Thank you, dear student. In next lecture, we will see numerical on design of key.